Douglas Promenade, the setting for the Rothmans Manx International Rally start. Hannu Mikkola and Arnie Hertz watch the high-flying entertainment.
It's a three-day event this year. I think it's going to be tougher than previous years. So we hope the reliability of the Opel will pull us through.
Tougher on the car or on the driver, do you think?
I think not so much on the driver this time because there's no night stages, but the car, because there's 360 or 80 miles of special stages, which are very rough and bumpy and very fast. So the car's going to stand a bit of pressure.
This is such a small island and the stages are repeated so many times, so we actually memorize the stages. So, but of course we have a patience as well.
What are the roads like?
They are generally very fast, and having a tarmac surface on them, I mean, makes it even faster. So it's going to be a bit of like a circuit racing, really.
World champion Ari Vatanen leads the cars from the start ramp early on Thursday morning. Hannu Mikkola is next with a fabulous four-wheel drive Audi Quattro. But it's car number 3 which is the crowd's favourite. Jimmy Mcrae has to win this rally to retain his crown. But against world-class opposition, it won't be easy. From the start, Vatanen is flying and takes an immediate lead. In contrast, Mikkola is surprisingly off the pace. Mcrae's deceptively smooth style has marked him as one of the great drivers in this country. Frenchman Guy Fréquelin making a rare UK appearance driving for the Talbot team. Young Finnish star Henri Toivonen in the second Rothmans Opel Ascona soon takes the lead from Vatanen. The second Sunbeam Lotus is driven by Stig Blomqvist, but soon the high-speed challenge beats the Talbots. As Blomqvist coasts to a halt with a damaged engine, teammate Fréquelin has already stopped with the same problem less than half a mile up the road. For the Swedish hero, the race is run, so there's nothing left to do but take a holiday. Joined only a few minutes later by his countryman Per Eklund, whose Duckham's Toyota Celica also retires during the morning. Terry Cabey leads the home challenge in second place with the Vauxhall Chevette, and in his effort to stay in touch with the Finns, he is putting down more rubber on the road than Vatanen. Vauxhall teammate Russell Brooks won this rally in 1979. Giving the huge Irish contingent something to shout about is Ulster Rally winner Bertie Fisher. In contrast, Mikkola is having a dreadful outing in the Quattro with engine and transmission problems. At the service halt behind the famous TT grandstand, he waits as the mechanics replace the gearbox and differential unit in only 34 minutes. But the delay has allowed others to move ahead.
I don't think we ever imagined we'd have this lead at this stage. If we keep going at this rate, it should be about a minute tonight with any luck if things don't go too badly, and then we can start thinking tactics tomorrow. But today's been the flat-out day for everybody.
It's still flat out as the cars start the first stage on Friday, with Toivonen eager to extend his 15-second advantage over the rest of the drivers in his chase for the Open Championship. Vatanen is now second, and although the Escort design may be 15 years old, it's not showing its age. Mcrae is matching the Finns, and he is only 15 seconds behind the world champion. Terry Cabey is in attacking mood, although an engine problem slows his Chevette. That means Russell Brooks moves up to 4th position with his Vauxhall, desperate to give the manufacturer another win with the sleek racer which won here last year, driven by Tony Pond. Bertie Fisher is a spectacular 6th, bouncing through the twisting narrow roads. The Ulster Rally winner is in fabulous form as Malcolm Patrick chases with his Opel. Mikkola is still fighting, but the engine problem is worse, and his title hopes are blown as the race goes on up front with the new leader, Ari Vatanen.
Well, you go always here flat out, but I don't know. It depends if Henry wants to have a push or whether he settles in the third place. But I mean, we are in the beginning of second day now, so we have more than, well, 3/4 of the rally left.
Vatanen seizes the chance to increase his lead, and Mcrae can hardly play it cool to keep up, with Toivonen still just behind despite that puncture. Brooks cannot stay in touch with this fascinating three-way battle, but the Chevette is still fourth. But it's a sad end for his teammate Terry Cabey, who retires with an engine problem. And that promotes Bertie Fisher to fifth. As the leaders head north for the Ramsey rest halt, Vatanen's sensational drive comes to a dramatic end. The world champion is out of the rally.
Well, we just landed very heavily and just bounced off the road. As simple as that.
I think crashes are one of the facts of life of rallying, you know, particularly on an event like this, which is so incredibly fast. And where you're using the stages so many times, you're going to be squeezing the very last inch out of the road, and I think it's inevitable. There are going to be some quite high-speed accidents, particularly on the fifth and sixth times through the same stages.
The stage is cancelled, and Jimmy Mcrae and the Opel Ascona are suddenly on target for victory and another year as Open champions. But Rothman's teammate Henry Toivonen is closing rapidly as the sister car is pushed faster and faster, breaking all records on the island. It's going to be a two-horse race to the finish because Brooks, in third place, is unable to stay with the leaders. Fisher is a long way behind the Vauxhall, but after fending off a strong challenge from Patrick's Opel, he is now safely in fourth. As the rest of the cars set faster and faster times, Mikkola's retirement is nigh in the car which earlier in the season dominated the championship. Friday afternoon, and Toivonen has snatched the lead. Mcrae is back to second. And Brooks hangs on in third. Go! By Saturday morning, there are only 5 hours left. Go! Through the mist, the first Opel appears. But it's Mcrae's car, and the rally has another new leader as Toivonen has stopped with electrical problems and then crashed out of the event. Lights ablaze, the British team heads for home. Brooks in the Vauxhall Chevette has settled for second place. It's his best position of the year, and he's taking no chances. Bertie Fisher is now third. His team have already changed 2 back axles on the event, but it doesn't seem to upset him, and the fans love it. Malcolm Patrick is promoted to 4th place in his Opel Ascona 400. The closing stage is on Saturday afternoon, and the crowds are willing the champion home to Douglas. Russell Brooks still holds second. The final special stage, and Mcrae plays it safe. There are only 5 miles to go, and there's a 2-minute gap to Russell Brooks, delighted with his second place. Bertie Fisher finishes third and is the top private driver, with Malcolm Patrick in 4th place, although it's still a personal best for the Midlands dentist. Victory on the Isle of Man has given Jimmy Mcrae and Ian Grindrod the 1982 Rothmans RAC Open Rally Championship. It's been hard-earned against the best drivers in the world, and the crowd know it. Opel have won the Manufacturers' Championship, and champagne is the order of the day. Both Mcrae and Grindrod celebrate, and Jimmy's wife Margaret at last allows herself a quiet smile.
I think to retain the championship, you know, it's really fantastic. We thought with the accident, the Welsh, that was it, but we made it.